What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? You know what I'm saying, my good people? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and comment, baby, and smack that doorbell for me, baby. You heard me? And keep God first, baby, over everything. So on this note, my good people, I'm gonna let this video take off, and I'm gonna play catch up at the end, baby.
In his passenger seat. The discovery happened late last night. Police now believe the body was a pedestrian that man hit earlier in the night. Fox 4's Amelia Jones is live with more on the investigation. Amelia.
Blake, White Settlement police say the driver sat in that fast food restaurant parking lot for 3 hours before someone else called 911. When police got there, they found the lifeless body in the passenger seat and slowly started to piece together what happened. Around 11:15 Saturday night, White Settlement police got a call to check on a driver at a Jack in the Box off I-30.
And the call was simply, hey, there looks like a crashed car and the driver slumped over the wheel.
Police realized the driver, 31-year-old Nestor Joel Luan Flores, was impaired. The officer used a flashlight to check the car and found the lifeless body of a man in the passenger seat. Flores told police he thought he hit a deer in Dallas.
A little bit of confusion at the scene. Again, he didn't know where he was at, and he thinks he struck an animal, when in reality, we know now, it was a pedestrian.
Dallas County Sheriff deputies found human body parts at I-30 and Cockrell Hill Road. Police believe this is where the crash happened, and the impact forced the victim into the passenger seat. Flores then drove 40 miles to the restaurant parking lot with the man's body inside the car.
Reviewing video, he actually pulled into the parking lot around 8 p.m. So that means he had stayed at our Jack in the Box for 3 hours and 13 minutes before we get our first call.
Police have some idea of his movements before the crash. A flock camera shows Flores in his car not wrecked at 6 p.m. at the intersection of East Mayfield and New York Avenue in Arlington.
So from 6:01 p.m., we believe he traveled into Dallas County, was likely involved in a collision there at I-30 Cockrell Hill, and then gets in our city around 8 o'clock.
According to police records, in 2021, Flores was arrested and convicted of driving while intoxicated in Collin County. White Settlement Police Chief Christopher Cook says in his 2 decades of policing, he's never seen a case like this.
These types of cases are very frustrating to our team because not only is it traumatic to see and the driver slumped over the wheel.
Police realized the driver, 31-year-old Nestor Joel Luan Flores, was impaired. The officer used a flashlight to check the car and found the lifeless body of a man in the passenger seat. Flores told police he thought he hit a deer in Dallas.
A little bit of confusion at the scene. Again, he didn't know where he was at, and he thinks he struck an animal, when in reality, we know now, it was a pedestrian.
Dallas County Sheriff deputies found human body parts at I-30 and Cockrell Hill Road. Police believe this is where the crash happened, and the impact forced the victim into the passenger seat. Flores then drove 40 miles to the restaurant parking lot with the man's body inside the car.
Reviewing video, he actually pulled into the parking lot around 8 p.m. So that means he had stayed at our Jack in the Box for 3 hours and 13 minutes before we get our first call.
Police have some idea.
This the weirdest case, you know what I'm saying, that I ever seen somebody just do something like that. Man, you hit somebody. You hit him, left some of his body parts out there, and then you gonna put him in the passenger seat and you drive around with him until you got to Texas. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you hit a deal, but you got a body sitting in your passenger seat. Make it make sense to me, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm talking about, man. Man, look here, man. What type of movie that you watch, partner? Oh, he probably watched. Y'all ever seen that movie with Tyrese, Waist Deep? And that girl was married to that pastor, and the dude he called O. You feel me? When he had got shot, when Tyrese trying to go get his son back from game, the game played in the movie too. You know what I'm saying? What he did, seen that movie and then call himself gonna put somebody in the passenger seat? What kind of mess is this, man? And then you go to a Jack in the Box. You know what I'm saying? Sitting right there, like you finna go to a drive-thru and say, okay, can I have two orders? Two orders? Let me get one order for me and one order for the person John Doe. Man, this is crazy to me, man. That police said is the worst case he ever seen. Man, look here, man. I ain't never. Now I heard people drive bodies in the trunk or whatever, but riding the body in the passenger seat, the window blowed out, dent on top of the front of the hood. I want to know how he got that far from where he was coming from to Texas. I'm quite sure somebody would have seen what he did. Hit a lot of back roads or something. What made him stop there? And to my, like he was out of or something like that there. No, that dude was playing possum. That dude know what he did. He know what he did. Then you gonna put the person's body in your car in the passenger seat and you gonna drive. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope he wasn't driving and trying to talk to the person that was in his passenger seat. If he was doing that, man, something wrong with dude for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nothing like before in my life, man. What's going on with people? What's going on with certain people in this world, man? If you hit a reduction, man, you ain't had to do just call. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was drunk. He ain't supposed to be driving. He probably was on, you know what I'm saying, doing something crazy. He probably was, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm just mind blown. Like, man, you put a person in your, man, ain't no way. Well, you know what I'm saying? I can see crazy people do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that white Donald, whatever his name, back then, way back then, when he was chopping up people, cooking them. If he was cooking them all in their crock pot, You know what I'm saying? Trying to make roast beef dinner out of, you know what I'm saying? Sliced potatoes and carrots in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Look here, man. It seemed like me, dude was gonna do something. If he would never got caught, trust me, he would have took that person with him, started traveling, and he probably would have buried that person. They probably would have never found out who did it. You feel what I'm saying? But that camera caught him. You know what I'm saying? But to me, this is kind of wicked to me, man. It's wicked. It's just stupid, man. What's going on in this world, man? What's going on with people in this world? Anyway, my good people, man, that's the end. I'm going to scratch that. Y'all comment and let me know something. You feel what I'm saying? This is crazy to me. I know it's probably crazy to y'all, you feel me? But, you know what I'm saying, my good people? That's the end. I'm going to scratch that so y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and comment, baby. Smack that doorbell for me, baby. You heard me? And keep God first, man, always. You know what I'm saying? On everything. You know what I'm saying? On this note, my good people, I'm gone from y'all, man. I'm gone.